Max Weber's Protestant Ethic. Max Weber's theory of the Protestant ethic is one of the most influential ideas in sociology, exploring the connection between religion, culture, and economic development. It focuses on how certain religious beliefs, particularly those of Protestantism, shaped people's attitudes toward work, wealth, and success, eventually influencing the rise of capitalism in Western Europe. To understand it in simple terms, Weber was asking, why did modern capitalism emerge in Europe first, especially in countries influenced by Protestant Christianity rather than in other parts of the world? His answer was that the mindset created by Protestant ethics played a key role in forming a disciplined, rational, and hard-working attitude that became the foundation of capitalist society. Weber's starting point was the observation that Protestant regions, especially those influenced by Calvinism, seemed to be more economically developed than Catholic or other religious areas. He noticed that people in Protestant societies were often more involved in business, trade, and industry, while Catholics were more focused on traditional or spiritual professions. Weber did not believe that Protestants were naturally more capable or talented. Instead, he argued that their religious teachings encouraged a certain kind of behavior that supported economic growth. To understand Weber's argument, it is important to know what he meant by ethic. An ethic, in this context, means a set of moral principles or values that guide how people behave in daily life. The Protestant ethic refers to the values that emerged from certain Protestant beliefs, especially those of Calvinism, a branch of Christianity founded by John Calvin in the 16th century. Calvinists believed in the doctrine of predestination, the idea that God had already chosen who would be saved and who would not. People could not change their fate, but they still sought signs of being among the chosen ones. One way they demonstrated this was through hard work, discipline, and success in their worldly occupations. According to Weber, this belief created what he called the spirit of capitalism. The spirit of capitalism is not merely about making money but about a moral duty to work diligently, save, reinvest profits, and live modestly. Calvinists believed that idleness and luxury were sinful, while working hard and being productive were seen as expressions of faith. Over time, these religious values became part of everyday culture, even for people who were no longer religious. This disciplined and rational approach to work became the ethical foundation of modern capitalism. Weber emphasized that capitalism, as an economic system, existed in many forms throughout history, including in ancient China, India, and the Islamic world. However, he argued that the modern Western version was unique because it was driven by rational organization, systematic accounting, and a sense of moral duty toward work. Earlier societies often viewed work as a means to survive or achieve leisure, but under the Protestant influence, work itself became a moral calling, a vocation, as Weber called it. Weber used the German term Beruf, meaning both occupation and calling, to describe how Protestants saw their daily labor as service to God. This was different from Catholic teaching, where religious calling was mostly associated with becoming a priest or monk. Protestants, on the other hand, believed that any honest work, farming, trading, or craftsmanship, could be a divine calling if done with sincerity and discipline. This idea gave everyday economic activity a sacred value, transforming work from a necessity into a moral responsibility. As these religious attitudes spread, they began shaping social behavior beyond religion. People became more punctual, responsible, and organized. Saving money and reinvesting profits became virtues, while wasting resources was frowned upon. This created a culture that naturally encouraged economic growth and innovation. In this way, Weber believed that religious ethics indirectly laid the cultural groundwork for modern capitalism. It is important to note that Weber did not claim Protestantism caused capitalism in a simple, direct way. He argued instead that the two were historically related, that the moral discipline and sense of purpose promoted by Protestantism helped capitalism to flourish. Over time, even when the religious motivation faded, the habits of discipline, efficiency, and hard work continued as cultural traditions. This transformation led to what Weber described as the iron cage of modern rationality. The iron cage is Weber's way of describing how people in modern capitalist societies became trapped in systems of rules, efficiency, and economic competition. In the past, people worked hard because they believed it was their religious duty. In modern times, they work hard because society expects it, and because the economy demands it. The moral energy that once came from religion has been replaced by mechanical routines and bureaucratic systems. Weber warned that while rational capitalism brought progress, it also created a world where individuals felt powerless and spiritually empty. Weber's theory remains one of the most debated ideas in sociology. Some scholars have criticized him for overstating the role of religion, arguing that other factors such as trade, technology, and politics also played major roles in the rise of capitalism. Others have expanded his work, applying his ideas to other religions such as Confucianism, Hinduism, and Islam, to see how different moral systems affect economic behavior. Despite these debates, Weber's insight into the link between ideas and social structures remains a cornerstone of sociological thought. What makes Weber's theory so fascinating is how it connects the inner world of beliefs with the outer world of economics. He showed that societies are not driven only by material forces but also by values, motivations, and meanings. People's understanding of what is good, right, and sacred can shape entire economies and social systems. In Weber's analysis, capitalism was not just a set of economic activities. It was a cultural and moral transformation that began with changes in religious thought. Today, Weber's concept of the Protestant ethic continues to help us understand modern work culture. The idea that success comes from hard work, punctuality, and responsibility is deeply rooted in this historical ethic. Even in secular societies, people are judged by their productivity and efficiency, values that once had a spiritual meaning. Weber's theory invites us to reflect on how cultural values continue to influence our lives, even when we are no longer aware of their origins. In simple terms, Weber's Protestant ethic reminds us that capitalism is not only an economic system but also a moral story. A story about how human beings gave meaning to work, discipline, and ambition. It reveals how religious beliefs can shape worldly behavior and how those behaviors can, in turn, create entire civilizations. It also warns us about the risks of losing sight of the human and moral dimensions of work in a world that often values profit above purpose. If you found this explanation helpful, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content on sociology, philosophy, and social theory.